Hello everyone, it's me, that Divination witch. I hope you're doing well. Now, I am back with a witchy video, and this is a bit different to my usual style of videos. I'm filming on the eve of Halloween or Samhain or whatever you want to call it, and I am filming on the cusp of the new moon. This Halloween, this Samhain, lands upon a new moon. And for those of you who don't know, the new moons are sacred to Hecate. It is the dark moon. It is the time, even historically, when people would leave offerings to her, they would do deep known for her. And I feel her here. I've just got done filming a podcast episode, Keys of Life, which probably won't come out for a month or so because I've got a few people already recorded, a few episodes ready to go. The Keys of Life podcast is me chatting with people from all walks of life, different backgrounds, different spiritual beliefs, and just showing that there's no one right answer. Hecate herself wanted me to start that and has led me on that journey. And today, at time of filming, I filmed with a lady who is strongly connected with the Morrigan, and we had eerily similar things happen to us in our life and on our spiritual journey. And I could feel Hecate and Morrigan around when we were filming, and it was a very insightful episode. I can't wait for you guys to see it eventually when it comes out, all in due course. But given what is going on and given the time of year, I felt I had to film this. And this is me being raw and vulnerable. Hecate wants me to channel on camera. She wants me to tell you in real time what she wants to say. So yes, let's get into it. Now, I'll not do my usual introduction, I suppose. I'll just say, look, if you want to get a reading from me, all the links are below. And the channel is also a safe space, so no hate's tolerated, and ask questions, okay? That's the condensed version, because I can feel her here and I'm just getting into the zone, okay? This is very vulnerable for me. I don't like to do this so publicly. When I have shared channel messages, I've just recorded them, my voice only, on the whole. So yeah. Now's the time. Now is the time for you to shed. Shed your skin, shed your old beliefs, and shed yourself. Step out of your shadow and into the light. For indeed we are entering the darkest months of the year. But this is a renewal. For with darkness there must always be light, and with death there must always be rebirth. And this All Hallows Eve, this Sabbat, Esbat, this time is a new year. You witches have always said it was your new year. And why should this year be any different? I am the mother of witches. I am the mother of all. Those who know me know I am not just a goddess of witchcraft and magic. I am goddess of all. And I am goddess of the underdogs, of the wounded, of the downtrodden. I am goddess to those who have no voice. I am goddess to those who had no voice. For you see, you are not voiceless. You do have power, all of you. And I try to show you that power. And why? Why do I do this? Why do I take you all under my wing? Because that is what a mother should do. Any mother any loving mother should always love their children, regardless of who they are, of their sex, their gender, the colour of their skin, the circumstance they were born into. It is the spirit that matters, the soul. And I love all my children, even if they do not love me, even if they do not know me. My name is one of many, and some may never ever know me in this life or the next or even the one after that. I'm at peace with that, for I do not require a jubilation, a celebration. I do not require flattery. I admire those who are willing to fight. I admire the strength of those who can pick themselves up out of nothing and make something of themselves. These people come to know my name. These people open their eyes. There are more of you now who see me and know me, and I am many things to many people. I am anything and everything. I do not judge those who are frightened of me, for I can be frightening. And I do not judge those who are loving in my name, for I am love and I am darkness. I am life and I am death. I ask that you do not waste your energy on hurting and harming one another, and instead empower one another, help one another. You do not have to agree. You do not have to understand. You will never understand everything. Humans don't have the capacity to understand all that there is. You may scoff, you may mock. That does not fix your own problems. Put me in a box, label me a thing. I will be the thing. But you are not the master of the puppet. And I am not a puppet. I am not a mouthpiece. I'm in everything. And I am with you all at this time. Look past who you used to be. It is integral that you learn from your mistakes. It is integral that you step out of the shadow of who you once were. The past cannot be changed. It may be part of who you are, but it is not all you are. And my children, I ask you please, guide one another. Life is not guaranteed. It is not simple. It is not easy. It is not enough. God, it is not enough. A lot of you, when you come to face the end, you cry. You cry for your mother, even if she does not cry for you. But I cry for you. Okay, what she showed me there at the end and the feeling I got, holy moly. I can't remember all of what came out my mouth there, but I do remember that ending there at the end, crying. When I watch this back, I'm going to be like, what the hell, Sarah? But she wanted me to do this. This is so different from the usual content. This is just raw. You can call me crazy. I don't give a shit. I'm doing this for her. But yeah, what I saw at the end is those people who may call me crazy, those people in life who, you know, if you're walking along with the blinkers on, as they say where I'm from, you know, I used to be like that. You live in your muggle life, you live in your ordinary life, going to work, paying the bills, just being average, not questioning anything spiritually. There are many people like that running on autopilot, you know. Those are the people that cry at the end, the people who say they don't believe, the people who have so many regrets in life that on their deathbeds, as triggering as that may be, kick the camera, sorry, but at the end of their lives, they cry, they weep because they feel they haven't had a life fulfilled. There's so many regrets, so many things I could have done, so many things I wish I did. And I feel like what she's trying to say with that is that stop living with the blinkers on. Stop being in tunnel vision. Open your mind. It doesn't have to be to her specifically. If you've stumbled across this video and you don't even know who the hell she is, you know, it doesn't have to be Hecate specifically. It's you. It's about you and your soul and your journey. And she wants you to start opening up and questioning things and don't just run on autopilot, because the world we live in is difficult, and you know there's many paths you can go down, of course, and there's many different beliefs, but I feel a lot of beliefs have been warped and twisted, and she has taught me this, that it's been manipulated. The true word of the divine, of deities, of God or whatever, is not on earth anymore. It's not what we think it is, because men who have came before us have changed that for their own gain and their own advantage. And now we're in a day and age where we're so connected, more than we ever have been, with the world at our fingertips. And yet there are still so many people that live in this autopilot sort of world. Don't get to a stage in life where you're going to regret that. It doesn't matter how old you are. She's brought people to me in their 50s, 60s and onwards, and younger as well, in their 20s, late teens even. I've had people of all walks of life come to me for advice on connecting with Hecate, or, you know, just questioning things. And look, the world is a big place, but it's also a small place in a way, in the grand scheme of the universe and beyond. We're all in this together. We're all on planet Earth. Yeah, we might have different countries and cultures and beliefs and all of this, and I doubt there'll ever be world peace, you know. But that's the thing. We could have opposing opinions and beliefs, but this is more than just your physical life's journey. It's your soul's journey and the lessons you learn. So we can all coexist, and yeah, we can have disagreements, but instead of trying to pin everyone into something that they're not, force somebody's hand, we should encourage them to question. I feel like that's the message, really. And I feel that back here wanting me to say certain things, that, you know, you can force somebody to be a Christian, for example, and people have done that in the past, lots of times. Doesn't mean they're going to be. Not really. And it doesn't mean it's right for them. I mean, look at the amount of cultures that had to assimilate their deities with Catholic saints, for example. And you might look at, say, a candle and think they're praying to Mary, but it's actually someone else, because they never lost that belief. They had that fight in them. But there'll be some that were praying to Mary, for example. But Mary wasn't the answer for that particular person because of whatever reason, because of whatever frequency, whatever resonated with their soul and their soul's purpose and their soul's journey. This is not one size fits all. You cannot force everybody to believe the same thing. And we shouldn't really do that, but we've tried. Especially the mainstream religions. They have tried. People have died over religion. People have been brutally forced into things that are not for them. And at the end of the day, no matter what you believe, even if you are a Satanist, ultimately everyone wants the same end, meaning we want to have enlightenment in a way. We want to fulfill our true purpose. We want the meaning of life. We want to ascend, whatever that may mean to you personally. If that means gaining knowledge, if that means, going through trials and tribulations. Everyone's different, and we shouldn't force somebody to believe in something that they don't. I'll never, ever, ever, ever tell someone you must believe in Hecate. There are plenty of people out there, and like I said at the beginning of the video, I've just spoke with someone earlier who feels this type of way about the Morrigan, and that's beautiful. Like, Hecate and Morrigan are very similar. Some say they're the same. I don't believe that. Culture does change things, but I do believe they're kind of cut from the same cloth in a way. You could say they're like sisterly energies, or they're from the same archetype. And whatever resonates for you is what you need. So I'm not going to say to, for example, that girl, oh, you shouldn't work with Morrigan, it's only Hecate. No, that's not the way it works. And that's what Hecate is really wanting me to drill home on this channel in more ways than one. Please question things, and don't take one person's word for everything as the one truth. It's hard because a lot of us have been conditioned, and a lot of people are coming out of religion and out of following rules and regulations and having to do things a certain way. There's a right and a wrong and a good and a bad, when in reality it's not like that. And honestly, I don't know if the control side of things, if the manipulation side of things started off as making things a bit more simple, because us humans like to put things in boxes to understand them. Maybe it was a good thing at first to try and simplify it for people, and then it got warped. I like to try and think it was a good thing at first, but ultimately it's people in power controlling the masses, keeping you in check so you don't question things. And people like me, even though, my username is that Divination Witch, and I use witch proudly, and I'm trying to reclaim the word, to be honest, because witch wasn't always a bad thing, still isn't a bad thing. It comes from Old English, weird. Weird meant wise, and weird is still, it's a bad thing now. It's like, oh, you're weirdo. It's not. It's wisdom. I'm reclaiming that. But people like me, in even a few hundred years ago, 1600s, 1500s, I'd have been killed for what I do. Especially a woman, either killed, or even just 100 years ago, possibly a bit more than that, I would have been put in an asylum, bedlam or something like that. I would be classed hysterical. Women with PMS, used to be classed as nutty, basically, and shoved in an asylum just for having hormones. People have been very, very controlled for so long, but it didn't always start out that way. And I think thousands of years ago, it wasn't like that. But now we're at a point where we're so connected, the world's at our fingertips. We have the power to think, and we're not doing it. And that's what Hecate wants me to say, basically. You've got the power to think. You've got the power to have the world at your fingertips. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you reading up on things? Even if you're not a reader, listening to other people's point of views. There's YouTube, there's podcasts, there's TikToks even. There's everything out there at your fingertips. We're connected. You know how to use a computer. You know how to use a phone. Because you're watching this, you must do. Use it. Happy Halloween, guys. Happy New Year for us witches. Happy new month coming soon. Happy new moon. Happy days. I truly hope things can get better for everyone as a collective. I have hope. And I've got hope in you all. So yeah, until next time, stay safe, stay witchy. Bye-bye.